Hey, good morning, everybody. It's October 26th, 10:30 in the morning. So I'm getting a little bit of a late start, but kind of not really. I had to do some other stuff before I got here. So yesterday, we had a guy come out to give us a second bid on putting in a road. And like I told you guys a couple videos ago, or a video ago, I don't know how long ago it was, $17,000 was a bid, which was way out of our price range. But we had another gentleman come by yesterday, and this is why it's good to get bids, I guess. $5,500 for labor, and he plans on hopefully getting it done within about a week or so. And then, of course, the cost of the gravel, which we're estimating in that maybe $4,000 range. It's about somewhere approximately, he measured a little more officially, but still not super officially, maybe about an 800-foot driveway. We were thinking 1,000. But yeah, so because we accepted the bid, he wants to start by next week, which is pretty crazy that he's available so fast. A lot of other vendors for, like, you know, we found out one of the well companies is out 9 months. I don't know, septic guys, how long they're out, but it seems like a lot of people are out a while. This guy's available next week, so it's exciting. But that being said, then I need to go up there and get all that garbage cleaned up out of that I pulled out. I've been putting that off because until you get approval for a septic and your well, they don't give you an address. This was one big piece of property and had one address, but because we surveyed it and had it split off, it only has a plot number, basically a lot number. So we don't have an address. So I've been putting it off because I don't know how to register when I get there, what my address is. But anyway, now fast forward, so I might just use the address of the original place until we get a new address. Roger called me up this morning and told me to come over and get his trailer, so I came over to get his trailer so I can do an easier dump run than to unload my trailer or to throw it in the back of my truck. Came down here to the tractor and the backhoe and borrowed the tarps off of those, just in case. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to tie all this down or how it's all going to work, but anyway, gonna go back up there now. So something a little different today. No cutting, no any of that stuff to, at least for this morning. Then I gotta go find the dump and all that stuff, so it'll be an adventure on my own today. All right, let's get to work on this. All right, haven't shown the garbage up here in a while. You guys saw it when I kind of was gleaning it from everything, but I just now cleaned up a little pile that I had deep over there. I got this pile here, and I got that pile up there. When I get those done, I'll show you the next section. Hopefully I get it all. I hope I can get it all in here, because there's some big piles up front. I had to show you the interesting things that I found buried in here. So I'll just point out a couple things. I don't know what this metal bar is, but it goes all the way from front to back. That's how long it is. I believe this was a frame to a wheelbarrow, maybe. And look at that, it's a radiator, an old radiator. Of course, we all will find at least one tire, and there's some odds and ends glass and chicken wire, planting buckets or whatever. I don't know what this metal's from, but it's all rusted, and actually I think it could be from that barn over there. I don't know, maybe something that had to do with that, I don't know. Empty cans, and there's an old hubcap too. What is that? I have to say, one of the more creepier things, I don't know why it's more creepier to me, maybe you guys have your own thing that you think is most creepy, is there was a bag of clothes buried with shoes, and I don't know, that just weirds me out. All right, I did that pile. Now moving over to this little pile. All right, that little pile's done. See what interesting stuff. We had a grill there. A netting. That was bizarre. There's lots of odds and ends jars, and I'm wondering if I'm throwing away any jar that could be worth something. I don't know. There's some interesting glass containers. A little bit different looking. Anyway, keep on going here. All right, we're out here by the road and working our way back now. I guess I'm gonna end up leaving the big pile for last. So I'm backing on my neighbor's property. I hope she don't get upset about it. I don't think she will. I've been on it with my tractor a little bit, so it gets me a little closer to the pile. So we'll see what kind of interesting things I have in here. We have these posts. In fact, I could save those. You always need those. I don't know. Paint cans. What else is interesting in here? I don't know. If I find something out of the ordinary, I'll let you know. Oh, I think this might be a record player. I'm not sure. An old record player. There's a hot plate or some sort. Some other stuff here. Old contraption to, I don't know if that goes to an old tractor or what. There's an old phone. Old phones that we used to have hang on the wall. Oh boy, interesting stuff here. Alright, there were several unrecognizable things in there and a few recognizable things and interesting things, but what I could tell what it was, I think, and kind of it was interesting was, I think that's an old baseball bat. This said cordless broom, so I don't know if it's a vacuum cleaner or a leaf blower of some sort. The old toaster, obviously, in a basin sink. I think this is a thing that goes with a stereo, some kind of sound, like a receiver or something. We got old doorknobs, kitchen sink or something. Nice paintbrush. Anyway, this is what we're looking at now in the trailer. Get fuller. I don't know if I'm able to get that big pile in there, but I'm going to try. Alright, I'm not making a collection of stuff. My trailer's starting to get full. I still got all this. So I'm going to see if I could squeeze it in the back of my truck. See if I can get that in there. But couple interesting things to these buckets. They were for tarring, I guess, a roof. I don't know. And all they did was just stick all the buckets together so you can't get them apart while the tar was still wettish in them. So I got a bunch of these buckets you can't get apart. This is bicycle. Old bicycle. Stove top, something, I don't know. Old torn apart chair intertwined with barbed wire. So yeah, that's a couple of interesting things in there. Alright guys, I finally got it all packed up on this trailer. There's still a lot of stuff under there. I think you could just keep going on and on forever and ever. So the story is that I've been told by a local that they didn't get a landfill, a dump, until 1985, and so up until that point everybody was just responsible for their own garbage, deal with it however they wanted. So this neighbor here used to own all of this, both properties, then they split it up and gave it to a relative who then sold it off. But by the way I understand, at some point there used to be a house up front. They knocked it over, built a house on the back, but they pushed everything from there into here, and then the trees and the bushes grew over it. So I take some stuff off and there's more stuff underneath. I take some stuff, I start seeing little things, I dig down, there's more under that. So getting this road in and putting stuff, ripping this all out, I'm sure we're going to find a whole lot more stuff. I may have to, I don't know, we're going to put rock over this in the driveway, but it's not going to cover all the way over here. But eventually I'll put maybe bushes or something, and we'll just have to leave what's in the ground in the ground. Took the tractor, this was piled super high, and I took the tractor, took the front loader and smashed down in there. Hopefully I'll be able to get it out. but it wouldn't have fit in there if I hadn't. And then I put stuff in the back of the truck as well. And I don't know how they're going to take this, what they're going to tell me. This is going to be an adventure for me, because there's glass, metal, plastic, rubber. I mean, there's everything mixed in there together. And there's no way you're going to get it apart. So I don't know where they're going to have me dump it, how they're going to have me dump it. First time dumping in North Carolina, see what the rules are and how it goes. And then I'll head back over here and do a little more cleanup. I went ahead and pulled these yucca plants out of that, and I'll push them down for the burn pile. That way I don't have to carry them or pay for them. Come back and do a little bit of cleanup. So let's see, what time is it anyway? I got out here at 10:30. It's 1 o'clock, so it's taking me, it's going to take me, by the time I get to the dump, 3 hours just to get that far. So wait, 11 to 1, yeah, 3.5 hours, right? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of tired and it's hot. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll get this taken care of, see how it goes. Alright guys, that was not fun. Peeling all that out that I smashed in with a tractor. Oh boy. Well, let's see how much this is gonna hurt weighing out. Let's see, one way do not enter. Now I gotta figure this out. Alright, so it looks like you weigh in here, which is what I did. And then you go dump. And then you come back around and get weighed again, I guess. Alright guys, that was a lot of work. But it says small transfer station. All you do is pull up in this little blue shed, back in, dump your stuff and go. It's probably about a 15-minute drive, between 15 and 20 minutes. 15 minutes? I don't know, to my house or the property. Say our house, but I don't have a house there yet. Anyway, another reason why I like North Carolina is I had that trailer packed, the bed of my truck packed, and a lot of that was metal. It was heavy. I think it said I had over 1,200 pounds. So that cost me 36 bucks. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I'm glad to have that off the property. It makes me feel good. It's all cleaned up. Now I'll head back. I saw quite a few rocks that I had piled up in different places, so I think I'll pick those up, clean them up, move the yucca plants down to where the burn piles are, and see what I feel like doing after that. But yeah, I'm happy. I knew this was going to happen one of these days. To kind of protect the tractor, I always take the key out and put it in the pickup. So I got back here and had it on my mind to get these yucca plants down here. And doesn't this look better with no garbage? Looks beautiful. Anyway, I drove the truck down here, pulling the trailer down to the other trailer. I took that little wagon that I had sitting there, took it down here, got myself a drink of water, got everything together, and walked all the way up to the tractor. And remembered I pulled my key and put it back in the truck. Oh, so I gotta walk all the way down there and all the way back, and I'm tired. Oh well, must be for a reason. I don't know what. Maybe I needed a few extra steps today. All right, I said must happen for a reason. I lost this pin. It goes to that trailer, that little wagon thing that I just brought back. I just found it buried here in the dirt. I've been over this spot so many times. I don't know how I didn't see it, but I mean, I was in a truck or on a tractor. So I just walked through there and found that pin I was missing. Oh, that makes me feel good about having to walk all the way back down there. And it's funny because I just took that wagon out out of the trailer, and I thought, man, I wonder where that pin went that snaps that together. I knew when I had lost it, I had just bought a new one and put it in there because I'd already lost it once. Comes out too easy. Anyway, that's funny how that worked out. All right, I got those yucca plants pushed down. Now I'm coming up here along this road, find all these big rocks that I pulled out. We'll load all those up. This will pretty much be ready for the guy to start cutting in the road. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the day. Got a little bit more to do here, put things away, but I'd be out of here by 3:30. I got to take Roger's trailer back to him, only because I want to take it back to him. He didn't say I have to today, but I'd like to get that stuff done and out of the way. So I took the rocks to my pile that's way down here at the back of the property. Did a couple of swipes with the mower. Came down here and did a little bit more. It's been a while since I've had a day where I didn't use a chainsaw, so that was kind of nice. Oh, I don't know if I'll show you guys anything. Oh, you know what else? I'll show you guys probably up there at the front. After I picked up rocks along the road, I went ahead and did some mowing up there too, around the front of the entrance, so that the guy that's going to cut in the road can see things a little clearer. So I'll show you that right before we leave, probably. Alright, we'll end it here. Just wanted to show where I came out here. Front entrance, I took the mower. The county, I think, mows about 10-12 feet in. So I had another few feet here. I still didn't get all the way up against the fence, but that way you can see a little bit better. He was talking about maybe lines that he needs to check aren't underground, and this box here says make sure you check for the lines under the ground. I think that's the communications box. Yeah, buried cable route, call before you get in this area. I don't know. So he can get that checked out before he can be able to get into that and see a little bit better. Oh yeah, looks a little bit better here, and now I know there's not a ditch right here either. And then also he's going to lay some of this kind of rock kind of at an angle here, so we can approach from both directions. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up for the day here, and going to take Roger his trailer and call it a day. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Morning, everybody. It is October 28th, I think. 10:20 in the morning. Getting a little bit of a late start, but I already got my chainsaw and all that stuff geared up and ready to go. Let's see what happened the last couple days. It's been a couple days since I've been over here sawing. Yesterday I did a lot of running around and bought some stuff for servicing the tractor, and I literally got it stuff at all kinds of different places. I got some of my stuff at the place that I bought the tractor, and then I got some stuff at Harbor Freight, and then I got some stuff at Tractor Supply, and then I got some stuff at Walmart. So, and then I went and got some paperwork notarized for the county, and then the day before that was I did the dump run and got rid of all that stuff up there. So today we're focusing from that pink tie on that tree up to the pink tie that's way up there. I have no idea how far I'm gonna get. I never even know what's in here anymore. It looks so simple and easy from this point, but then once you get into it, it's like, ugh, you discover all this stuff that's pretty hard to get through. So just me on my own today. We were going to service the tractor today, but turns out Nia's not completely available. She was willing to do it, but there was some other things in life we encouraged her to go do instead. So again, this is Saturday. I think maybe Monday is her day off, and I've got a meeting with Roger on Monday, but maybe she and I will come out and service the tractor then. All right, let's get to work. All right, guys, another little trick I think I'm finding. Most people probably would have caught this right off the bat, but I didn't really have instruction on this sharpener, but I thought I'd kind of figured it out, which I did. But I've been told there's little marks that go like this. So that's the angle you're supposed to sharpen these at. But I never felt like I was spot on every time. And I figured out what I think is the answer is there is a chainsaw here on here and telling you what direction to go. And I believe that when I sharpen it, I should have the chainsaw blade directly parallel. I've noticed the blade's not quite as sharp, and I think I was going at too much of a angle. And now I'm going to start following that photo, that little symbol there on the side, and see if that makes a difference. All right, just wanted to fill you in on that. Maybe you've had that problem, or give you a shortcut, or say, wow, Ron, you're not very smart that you didn't see that right right in the beginning. So I'm going to give that a shot and start seeing how that goes. All right, I'll let you guys know. I generally do 3 swipes when I do it, when I sharpen that blade. But today, this time around, I did 5, and maybe for the next 1 or 2 times after this, I'll do 5 each. And it was obvious that I was going at too much of a slant. So over the next couple of times sharpening, I'll hopefully self-correct it by slowly cutting in a little bit more. It's hard just sitting there on your knees with the chainsaw between you, knees, and sharpening. I wish I had some way to have like a permanent or a sturdy workbench out here that I could put a vice gripper on there, or whatever it's called, a grip. Oh, I forgot the name of it. Maybe I'll write it at the bottom of this, because you guys, I'm sure a vise. I think it's a vise. That way it'd hold it, and I could do that a little bit easier. But I'll let you know if that seems to cut better. I'm hoping it's going to. All right, guys, I just emptied that tank of gas, and I did feel like it made a difference doing that 5 on each link, sharpening and lining up more with what that is on the sharpener. But I think it's going to take a while too to catch it up to where it needs to go. It was like not an obvious, like, oh wow, this is so much different and better, but I could tell right off the bat it was a little bit better. But it's going to take a few times to catch it back up. All right, it's almost 4 o'clock. I'm wrapping it up. I'm a little tired. I got some editing to do at home. I've gotten behind on that a little bit. So I thought I'd go ahead and leave early today. So I got this done today. Yeah, there's the pink flag way up there, and this one here. So I'm thinking somewhere right there in the middle, maybe still need to go in about 10-15 feet to get that in a straight line. And hopefully I feel like coming out here tomorrow and doing that and getting that done. And then up there on the other side of that pink flag, I'd really like to clear out a little bit more brush for that guy. He's dropping off an excavator on Monday. He dropped his tractor over here yesterday, and then on Tuesday he's going to start. So trying to get as much done as I can for him and for me. I think once he comes in here and starts clearing stuff, firewood and all that stuff's going to be a little bit less concern. So all this dead stuff that's on the ground that's still good firewood, I want to try to get that stuff cut up for myself. The rest of it, like these big trees and stuff, he's going to knock them over and just place them in some spot so that I can cut them up later. So that's it. Hey, good morning everybody. It's October 29, almost 10 o'clock. You know, I am starting to get kind of tired of cutting trees and bushes finally. What has it been? All of September, almost two and a half months, I think. Anyway, I have got to get this done. I get that done, that spot up there, I'd be super happy if I can get that done today. Been on my own a few days, so it just gets kind of tiring and monotonous and whatever, but I think that once I get this all done and the guy starts on Tuesday and I start some other project, I want to know, or I was laughing to myself this morning thinking how long until I have one of those days that say, man, I wish I was just back to cutting wood when it was simple. All right, guys, haven't been doing a lot of camera because I am focused. And I finally got from this pink flag up to that pink flag. I left a few trees because the guy can actually
when he's cutting the road, he can push these over in a certain way and pull up the roots with them. So he told me it's easier to leave the tree up. So that's what we're doing. And now I'm way up there where you see that pile. I am beyond that now and clearing all that. Pretty excited. Good progress, and I think I'm going to get done what I needed to get done today. All right, guys, I worked hard today. I was on my own and I boogied as fast as I could. I even threw a chain once and had a delay from that. But here we go. From there all along, that line is our property line. I think I'm going to mark all these trees so he knows which ones to knock down. I mean, pretty much these are all right on the property line or right next to it. And I just went up here, cleaned all this out just so they can kind of see a little better. You see that up there, pink flag? So we're knocking all these trees out. I hope he's going to knock all these trees out. That's the plan. And I just cleaned all this right here. Cut all that. Took the weed whacker and with the wood blade on it, did that. So there we go, guys. I think I finally finished. I'm afraid to celebrate, and I might have other things that come along that I need to do. I don't know. But tomorrow, I think I'm going to go to Roger's house and we're going to keep on working on some paperwork and developing more plans. Neon is going to come out with me tomorrow and we're going to service the tractor. It's supposed to be done at 50 hours and I'm getting pretty close to 55. I think 54 something. And that really needs to be done. So that's the plan, and maybe if we get that done and that goes quick and easy, I'm thinking about taking this paint and marking all the trees that I want cut, and then possibly go in and put stakes in the ground, at least where all the trees are, to put a permanent marker there on the floor, on the ground, marking the property line. And then Monday the guy brings his excavator out, and then Tuesday he's supposed to start cutting the road. So that'll be exciting. Get that all the way back to here, get all that cut in, and then we'll be pretty much focusing over there cutting in the foundation for the house. All right, so anyway, it's been, when I'm stopped, it feels fairly nice temperature, but it's been getting up. I think it's knocking on somewhere mid 70s to 80. It's a nice breeze right now, but man, it's been pretty hot. I haven't showed you guys my arms. This looks way better than it was. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. I knew I was getting scratched up, but it was kind of like infection and getting all kind of gross. And I was eventually, after a couple months, started putting Benadryl on it. It wasn't getting any better for a month and a half. Anyway, did some research on that, and I think that we got poison ivy because both of us were getting it, and Nia and I both, and it was kind of spreading around on our body. And then Val got a little bit, and so I've never gotten poison oak in my life. I'm not sure that I'm even allergic to it. I'm not, you know, I've talked about that, the history of my dad. He's rolled in it and never got it. So I'm not sure if it was that, but maybe poison ivy. There's a lot of ivy growing up in these trees and stuff, so it could have been that. So at least I kind of learned a little method, Benadryl, and there's another ointment that I can put on this, and it's starting to heal and do a little bit better. So that's what's happening with my arms.